Welcome to Tigers Untapped, a Bluff City media podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Trey Lasley and TJ Willis. Now, let's get to the show.
Oh, welcome to the most depressing episode of the season. It seems to happen more often than not. Every season. Episode 119 is here. We just need to call this every season. It's the morning after.
Morning. MOU.
I just want to warn,
warn
everybody that's going to pay attention to this podcast. Trey is down bad.
Whoa.
You might get some steamy hot takes from Trey today.
Only steamy hot as these turds.
What? Where are we going there?
I don't know. Welcome.
I'll tell you what's not
If you're
steamy
listening
hot.
to this, you are a true fan. Because I tell you what, I can't even watch the tournament anymore.
Oh, you're done.
So if you're yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll probably watch the national championship, but I didn't watch any other games after ours. TJ, tell the folks at home what we are. Should have been something stronger than this, but what we're sipping on this eve.
Yeah, I wanted something light and fluffy, and strawberry free. This is Sugar Plum Beary by Hampline. This is a sour, a black currant sour.
Are you sure it's strawberry free?
This.
Yeah,
it
it's
is
cherry and grape.
Okay.
He lucked out. The tastiest holiday treat. We should have had this during the
Didn't know it existed.
During the Christmas time.
Didn't know it existed. I will say, you talked about it. This is like the morning after, but this is like such a weird time in college athletics. Because once your team loses and you're out of the tournament, you're just kind of like, you're like that John Travolta meme where he's just like standing around, like kind of looking around the room, or the Will Smith in Fresh Prince.
Don't say
where you're just kind of standing there and you don't really know what to do. You're all by yourself.
Like the Nick.
There's
Nick
no
Jordan
football that started
last
really
year.
yet. Exactly.
Yeah, we're in
No
the
football.
worst.
Basketball's over. It's awkward.
This is the worst stretch ever from now until
it's the worst. I hate
August 31st. What is it? What's our first game in our first game? Football game, August 31st.
Sounds about right.
It's going to be a drag.
It's John's 40th birthday.
Is it 40? No, it's not.
Oh, no, I'm kidding.
It's like,
but if he listens, he'll be quite offended by that comment.
I forget how old I am sometimes. I'm at that point.
25.
Yeah, I've started forgetting. I'll have to
actually think is the 30th.
30th.
Wow. I do often forget how old I am because it's not important for me to know that information.
Yeah.
Once you turn 25, like it doesn't matter. After 35, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I feel the same every year. You know, I still feel like I'm like late 20s, mid-20s.
I couldn't imagine what Kenny feels or how he feels.
I know I can't imagine being that old, but
it just hurts. Like, honestly, it just hurts more than ever. Like, I just hurt all the time. My back, like, I have to go, when I go to the gym, I have to, like, spend 10 minutes just stretching my back. Like, that's the part.
I feel like you should be spending 10 minutes stretching your back no matter what, or not. Just in general. Like,
I think me not doing that over the years is why I have to do it now. Like, because I have to pop my back, I have to crack it, I have to get it loose, I have to get one of those little bars and just
hit that.
Oh, it just hurts.
Get Tracy to walk on it.
Yeah, she does that.
It's not bad.
All right,
getting old hurts.
Getting old hurts, just like sports continue to hurt us, right?
Yeah.
Sports are the dumbest thing that's ever happened to me. I don't know why I do this to myself over and over and over again.
I'm having like crazy deja vu from last year. Did we do this
Yeah, this
same?
is every year. Yes.
Is this every year? Okay.
I don't think we did it last year because we threw the towel, and this is probably gonna. If you went back 2 years ago and watched the morning after show right after we lost to FAU, it's probably going to be very similar to that.
Trey gets too
we're never-
invested. He can't separate himself. He
Well,
can't. He just can't. And it's very obvious, and he struggles. He's in a dark place right now, for sure.
I'm too emotional involved.
But I kind of like it though. TJ tends to be a little bit too cold for my liking. Like he tends to pretend like he
TJ not being able to not care pisses me off
it
a
does.
lot.
Like it pisses me off. I don't like it.
I'm like that with a lot of things, though. I can just turn it off, no matter what. What is that sound? How do I make that stop?
That was me.
I don't hear anything. Sports are really dumb. That was the dumbest thing I've ever watched. That freaking kid has a career night and hits 6 threes. He's never freaking Kyan Evans. I looked at his stat. I mean, he's a decent 3-point shooter, but he never made more than
He
like
ain't that
3
good.
in the game.
Yeah, he ain't that good.
Freaking lit us up.
No,
I
I
was
don't even.
after the first half, I was honestly ready to pencil in Dane as the number 1 pick in the draft next year. The way he was playing.
That's fair.
He played filthy for. The crazy thing is, I don't even feel like we played that well in the first half.
No.
And we were up 5 at halftime, and then Baraka gets the steal in the inbounds, and we're immediately up 7. And I was kind of like, "Hey, let's effing go!" If we get that, and then and then little did we know that Dane literally used up his entire energy tank.
Everything in the tank, yeah.
Dane is not built for 40 straight minutes. He's not.
I mean, who is though?
That's true. What he played all 20 in the first half, didn't he? And I think it just about, and it wasn't just him playing. I think it was the intensity that he was playing and us going like, my dude had 22 and 11, I think, and didn't score for the last 13 minutes of the game. I mean, he had all that in the first half, basically.
Yeah.
Every time it happened again. This is like the 4th time this year where I'm like, Dane's going for 30. And then the moment I think that, he never scores another basket.
We never got that 30 piece we wanted.
We never did. I mean, it just sucks. You got what you needed to out of Colby early on. Colby came out knocking down shots. I think he had like 13, right? Or something in the first half.
I think he had the first 7 for the Tigers, right?
Yeah. And he came out, he knocked down some threes. You were getting what you needed out of him. And then late in the first half, he freaking tweaks an ankle. I mean, not bad enough that he couldn't play the rest of the way, but bad enough that it definitely impacted him the remainder of the game. Like he did not look the same defensively or offensively after that. Yeah, moving forward. Like, it's just stupid shit. I hate it. Freaking Tyrese getting hurt, Dante not being able to play. Like, I'm entirely convinced that if we were fully healthy, we would still be playing basketball right now. 100%. No doubt in my mind we would be in the Sweet 16. Like, after watching that Colorado State Maryland game yesterday, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind we would be in the Sweet 16.
Yep.
And that's what makes it so freaking stupid. We had an awesome year, so many freaking good wins, and then because Tyrese is walking backwards,
can't stay healthy.
No, we can say it because Baraka walked behind Tyrese. That was the problem. Why are you walking behind him? What do you get away from?
I didn't come up with this. This was Jason Smith of 92.9 said it. It did make me laugh a little. Freaking said he Tanya Hardinged his ass.
Oh no.
And then now the reports are out there that Baraka's deucing out of here.
He is deucing out of here.
I think he's catching a lot of heat. Like, hey man,
what this is your fault. Heck?
Shout out to Baraka. Baraka was awesome all year. Like, not in terms of basketball, but in terms of like off the court, locker room continuity. He was great. I'm totally joking about him walking behind Tyrese. Clearly that wasn't on purpose.
I was a Baraka fan all the way through. But no, that sucked. That second half sucked so bad. we shot 26% from 3. PJ was I don't think
Non-existent.
anybody in their mind would have ever predicted that he would have gone 1 of 8 from 3 and 7 of 23 from the field. And the 1-3 that he hit was an absolute just end of game prayer that he happened to drill. But he was like, what was he was 0 for his last 16 before he made that one, I think.
Yeah, it was over 13 at one point. If he got to 0 for 16, that's impressive.
I'm pretty sure it was 0 for 16 before he made that one. I don't know. It just sucks. You essentially had 7 guys you could play. You played all 7 of them.
Yeah.
Musa got you 11 boards and 3 points. PJ Carter came in and hit 1-3, 4-4 from the free throw. I mean, it just sucks that Colby started out strong, tweaks his ankle, Dane got tired, and you got essentially, I mean, PJ's worst game of the year, probably, in the most important game of the season.
It's just so wild because
I wonder.
It's
go.
No, it's just wild because it's one of those things where you have to have so much of this depth, and here you are down to your third guard, essentially, by having to play Baraka, and it's like you had plenty of depth, and it just happens at the last minute, 2 guys go down, and you just
in the last basically week of the season. It's so stupid. Yeah. It's so dumb.
The last 3.
I'm sure that happens to other people, but it just feels like it's something like that.
Not to that, like
in some way.
Cooper Flag freaking. I was watching it. It looked 10 times worse than Dante's looked live, and he was back in basically exactly a week. And I'm not saying like I have no doubt that Dante is hurt. I'm just saying like it's just weird that like I don't know. It's also so weird. Why does it feel like the entire country hates us? Like, what the hell did we
do? But that does feel right.
we haven't done anything.
There was like celebrations.
That's what I'm saying. People are thrilled that we lost, and they hate Penny and they hate Memphis basketball. Like, you know how many tweets that I saw before we even played that were like, "Who I'm rooting for this NCAA tournament," and there would be tweets that were like, whoever plays Memphis. And I'm like, what the why? What did we do? We've literally done nothing.
Are the fans
Auburn is legitimately the most unlikable team that I've ever seen in my entire life, and people hate us.
And they have Bruce Pearl as their coach. Like what?
Yeah, I think Bruce is kind of likable though.
You think so?
I think he's likable, but I think people just automatically
suck. The freaking Chaz Baker, whatever his name is, I can't stand him. I don't even like Broom. I don't like any of them. I can't stand Auburn.
Like, how is Kelvin Sampson so universally? Is it because he's old? Like, that dude,
liked.
People love him. They love him. And he's berating media members for saying Gonzaga
instead of Gonzaga. Yeah.
I was like, dude,
but you can get away with that. If you win, dude, you can get away with anything.
Yeah, I think it's 100% because of the way that his teams play and what they've looked like over the last
Penny
years.
gets up there and he's one of the most affable, like, quote friendly coaches in the entire game, and people hate him. And Kelvin Sampson gets up there and he rebukes a reporter for saying the wrong, like, Gonzaga instead of Gonzaga, and it's like, oh, look, Kelvin Sampson, the big teddy bear. It's like, what the hell?
I don't know. It is. I don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think it all goes back to the we want all the smoke stuff, and people feeling like it's definitely people feeling like Penny. You know how many people that I talk to that are just like, he's just not a good coach. Like how many.
Yeah, there's still so much
regional
he just rolls
like
the ball
Ole Miss or state people that say something to me like that. I'm like, I guarantee you haven't watched a second of Memphis basketball. All you know is that we lost to Colorado State. You have no idea that we lost both of our top point guards. Like, you probably didn't even watch the game, and you see that we lose to a 12 seed, and you're going to say that Penny can't coach. There's legitimately nothing top of mind that he could have done differently as a coach that would have changed the outcome of that game?
Well, let's not leave that to just the national fans or the regional fans. Memphis fans are doing that right now. The crash out has been real.
Yeah, it
real
was-
crazy. Like, dude, okay. Is it not have y'all seen the crash out about PJ?
He's overrated, kind of thing. Is that what you're saying?
Just send him packing, accusing him of like throwing the game, like get him out of here. We don't want him in Memphis anymore, this kind of stuff. And I'm
That's
like,
ridiculous.
I get the emotional part of it, but God, dog, dude, like folks have to relax.
That's how you know it's been too damn long since we've made the Sweet 16. People are worked the F up. We are wound the F up. Wound up. I mean, the Discord was getting ugly.
It got ugly,
After-
and I had to step out in the second half because I was doing the Tigers live thing, and I came back in.
People were calling for Kenny's neck.
We have it set up in the Discord where there's certain words that get banned, like it's in the mods thread where
Mhm.
it says, "Hey, this person said this," just so you know, and they highlight it. There were 17 of them by the time I got back in the second half. Like, there's usually one a week.
17 in the second half. The 15 of them were me.
15 of them
probably.
were Trey. I was like, Trey, dude, I need you to chill a little bit, bro.
Oh, no, I'm not going after Penny. This wasn't Penny's fault. It's just a result of sports being stupid. Have you
Sports
guys
are
seen
dumb.
the meme, though? It does make me laugh a little bit. The meme about it's like a chick being like, I'm not worried about my man leaving me. You know why? Because he's been rooting for the same damn sports team the last 30 years and breaks his heart every single year. It's like,
It's Memphis fans.
so I'm like, what am I doing? That's me. Why do I keep doing this? I just keep telling myself that someday this is all going to be worth it. We're going to turn around. We're going to look at this FAU loss. We're going to look at this Colorado State loss. We're going to look at all this crap, and it's going to be worth it. Just
By the
like it
way,
was worth it.
It's not
all
feeling
the
worth it right now.
All the sheer, all the Larry Porter, all of it. 2019.
Uh-oh, we lost you.
I said 2019, Larry Porter,
Oh,
Rip Shear, it was worth it after that. You
We
got
can't-
game day, you got a Cotton Bowl experience. It's going to be worth it at some point. I just don't know when that's going to be.
Yeah, when is that something?
I don't know. But at some point, TJ, we're going to be recording an episode of this, and we're going to look at each other. We're going to say it was all worth it.
hey, can I say something real quick before we keep going, before TJ
Yeah.
goes? TJ, that color, that shirt works for you really well, dude. Your eyes look awesome tonight, by the way.
Thank you.
Just want to throw that
Thank
out there
you.
to you.
I appreciate
What is
that.
happening?
Like, if you can't comfortably give a man a compliment, like, that's on you. Kenny thinks I'm cute.
That's fine.
Trey, it says more about you than it does about anything I've said over here tonight.
I'm just saying it for you to interrupt our entire program to say that. I don't understand. We've been on StreamYard.
Look at this. Look at this man right here. Tell me, doesn't it send your heart aflutter just a little bit?
Oh, that's palpitations because I'm so worked up about freaking losing.
I get where fans are coming from, because at a certain point it's like the Penny Project, and that's what we'll just call this, right? The Penny Project it's been fun. It's had its highs, and damn, it's had its lows, right? I mean, we're hitting the reset button every year. It feels like we're hitting it right now.
Does it? Do you feel reset right now? I don't.
No, I mean, heading into this offseason, yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to hit the reset button all over again.
I don't feel that way
it's
at all.
just kind of college basketball, though.
Well, I know, I understand. Well, not completely, right? I mean, I guess it just kind of depends on your team, but like, I don't think Duke's hitting the reset button every year. I don't think that give me another. Houston doesn't feel like they're hitting the reset button every year. And I'm just throwing out arbitrary teams at this
Houston
point.
doesn't count.
Well, I know, but you get what I'm saying, though. I mean, what year are we now with Penny? And we have one conference championship to show for it, and you haven't really gone anywhere in the tournament. So I get why fans are exhausted by it. Right. But that's kind of the thing you sign up for when you hire Penny as your coach, right? It's kind of I'm trying to think of the easiest way to word this. I don't want to say a high risk, high reward type of situation, because I think even with the talent that he can bring in, you had a certain ceiling, you had a certain floor, right? It feels like 20 wins was his floor, no matter what, just based off the talent he could bring in the conference we played in. I feel like people are starting to want more, and I don't know. I don't know where we go from here.
You just
Honestly.
keep going.
You just keep
I
going.
think we
man.
saw a lot of strides and growth out of Coach Hardaway this season.
100%.
I agree.
I think it was
This is
easily his best year, and it just so happens that it was ruined by two dumb injuries at the end of the season. Like,
yeah, but how
that's
many people
all
are
it
going to
is.
keep giving that type of leeway and timing? Like, how many times can you make these same excuses? I know it's not really the same, but you get my point. Like, I see why fans are getting burnt out by it.
But I don't think the questions are different in this offseason so far, right? Like the questions are not the same. The questions coming out of last year were, can Penny do it? Or is Penny the guy? And I don't think those are the same questions. The questions that are being had are, it feels like to me it's just disappointment, right? Like just just the common disappointment that happens when your team doesn't win at all. Well, there's only one team that doesn't have that every year. That doesn't, their fans aren't disappointed, right? Like, and so I think it would be absurd to question the growth and the success that Penny Hardaway can have with this program because they lost a game to Colorado State.
Sure.
If we didn't have the other 35 games that they had played this year behind it, going, look at what they did this year. Like, double champs, right? Like coach of the year. There's going to be some roster continuity. They're going to be bringing guys back from this team. When's the last time that happened? I would suspect you're going to have the same staff next year. Those are things that, how often has that happened under Penny Hardaway, right?
Honestly, it seems like we just hit the reset button on the assistant coaches is probably the best thing to do every year. But do it at like the last minute, you know?
I think this coaching staff is here and they're good.
Yeah, it's too early to talk about staff. That's an August discussion.
I was kidding.
That's 2 weeks before.
But from a player standpoint, who does come back?
I mean, I think first and foremost, you target PJ Haggerty, right?
Yeah, you got to have PJ.
Sure.
I know that Thursday left a little bit of a sugar plum berry sour taste in everybody's mouth a little bit.
No strawberry. That game had strawberry in it.
That game had a hell of a lot of strawberry.
There was a little bit of allergic reaction in that one.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
But if you get Haggerty back, it was announced earlier. I think Hitman Hoots put it out that they're expecting Dante Harris to be back,
which I think is why we lost Baraka Okoje to the portal.
I don't hate that
at all,
long as Dante is playing a similar backup role.
100%.
I don't want Dante as my starting point guard.
No.
That's nothing against Dante. I just don't. I don't want that.
You have to have offensive threat in that backcourt.
And then if you could bring back PJ Carter, I think that's a solid 3 core to bring back. With Dink, you throw Dink in there, whatever.
Boona Kebe.
Boona.
What did you just call me?
Exactly.
And then file a little waiver for Dane, and let's see what the hell happens.
and then just wait for the transfer portal to flesh itself out.
Yeah.
Tigers are involved with quite a few people, and a shameless plug for the Discord. Go in there and check it out. Like, there's some information in there for you. So
if you're in the portal, the Tigers are talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're,
if
you're a former Team Thad Memphis guy, you're definitely everybody's talking to you because you're the greatest.
Yeah, the portal opened today, and I think Kenny said he told us off air before we started 750. people in the portal already. Do you guys feel like
Crazy.
the portal should not open until the season, like the
Wild.
tournament is over?
Feels crazy to me that
Feels
it's
a
open
little
right now.
bit premature.
I mean, honestly, like if you're a high level coach, a coach for a high major team that's not even playing right now, let's say you're out of the tournament, are you actually going to go and sign somebody who's like, are you going to wait until
Yeah, I mean,
everything flushes itself out with the tournament?
I was
I
gonna say, if
would.
you're a tournament team, who's out there just searching the portal right now?
Yeah,
Like, nobody's who has time to focus on the portal right now.
I mean,
It
the
seems like
teams
the
that
only
aren't
teams
playing
out
ball
there,
anymore.
yeah, the teams that are out there, are the teams that
Is
maybe
this
aren't
like
that good kind of
Maybe
thing.
it's beneficial for us.
Is this college basketball's version of the NBA lottery? Like, hey, you didn't make the playoffs, you get automatically put into the first 13 picks of the draft.
Hmm,
So,
You get
hey,
first
you're not
dibs
in the
in the-
tournament, so you get first dibs while the tournament's still going on.
maybe.
I mean, there's nothing keeping the guys that are still playing from at least peeking in there. I'm sure they're doing it too. But portal season is here nonetheless.
Yeah.
And I don't. When does it close? It's like it's open.
The third, no, where was that? Kenny and I were talking March 17th through May 1st.
Oh, God. This is quite literally portal season is my least favorite season of the year. I hate it
it's
so much.
active though.
Yeah, I don't know what you
It's
mean
open
by
for
that.
30 days.
I hate it so much.
So it's today, March 24th through April 22nd is when it closes.
This is Thunderdome. That's what it is.
I think it's
This
because
whole
our
time
mentions
is Thunderdome.
our mentions go crazy because it's like every freaking player
Intrigue gets whether or not we've actually reached out is like,
gets
hey, we could
tweeted
get
at
you-
us like,
Yeah.
Has Memphis reached out? How do you think this guy? I don't know, man. I haven't seen dude in like Western Carolina, Southern Coastal State University play. I don't know. But we're supposed to have some kind of like, educated opinion about this kid. I don't know.
Well, Anquan Bolden Jr. is in the portal if we want to go after him. That's kind of cool.
I'll throw one name out there if you're listening to this tonight, tomorrow, today, whatever. Oscar Clough. Go watch some tape.
Go watch some Oster Clough tape.
A little bit of
the white
land
dude,
down
the big
under.
guy.
Yeah.
Living in the land down under.
Maybe go get you what's an Australian beer?
O'Doul's.
Nope, that's not
O'Doul's.
alcoholic.
Don't get freaking O'Doul's.
Sorry.
Foster's, isn't that one?
Foster's. Yeah, it's
Go
Foster's.
grab you a Foster's and watch a couple hours of Oscar Clough highlights.
It's in fact Australian for beer.
Foster's Australian for beer.
Oh, nice.
Get you a Bloomin' Onion and a Foster's and watch some Oscar Clough highlights.
You may be onto something at this point.
Sounds
Take it back.
Sounds like
Take
a Friday
it back.
night.
Crank it up a temp. We he won't listen to this, but one of our good buddies. There were a couple of us in college. It was a snow day. I don't know why that matters, but we went to Outback Steakhouse on Germantown Parkway.
Yeah, you did.
Our buddy Sean ordered a pork tenderloin, and they asked,
It was a pork chop.
whatever, pork chop, pork tender. It's the same thing. They asked how he wanted it cooked, or maybe it was in a way that he couldn't. Sometimes people ask you questions and you feel uncomfortable other than just agreeing with them. So they were like, I think he ordered a pork chop, and the guy was like, how you want that cooked, medium? And he just said, yeah. So they were on about a pork chop. That was
a pink pork chop.
I mean, it was like bleeding. For real. It was bad. And he just was not eating it. So finally the waiter came around a couple of times, noticed he was not eating his pork chop, and was like, everything okay, man? You need me to take that back to the kitchen and crank it up a temp? And so then he finally said yes, and they took it back and cooked it up a little bit further. But take it back to the kitchen and crank it up a temp. It was.
Yeah, it's in fact very dangerous.
It was not healthy looking. It was bad.
What are you going to do?
Like we said, portal season's here. Reports are out. Baraka Okajay is supposedly in the portal. Kenny alluded to it. I think it's because Dante is expected back. So that would put Baraka basically in a similar role that he was in.
And
this
the
season,
kid
which
is
like,
nobody wants that for him. Like, I don't want
Yeah,
him to be a
no.
third string point guard. He didn't come to Memphis to be a
Yeah.
third string point
Yeah.
guard. But
No,
Dante's
I
just a
don't.
better point guard. I mean, he's just a better player. So
Yeah,
it's okay.
there's no. I think there's no ill will. There's no negative feelings there. It's just like, hey, let me go better my situation.
Sure.
Like a high mid major. Like he could go, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like let him go to let him pull a Jonathan Pierre, go to Belmont and kill over there.
Yeah. And then second already, Jared Harris, boom, out of here. Supposedly. We'll see. But I don't really feel like that's shocking. I don't feel like we're ever getting a freshman that's going to comes here, doesn't get a ton of run, and then is going to stick around. Let's just be real. That's not, I mean, and that's not just here. That's literally anywhere in the country.
Everywhere. It's everywhere.
Like every school in the country except for Houston, because Kelvin can do whatever the hell he wants and somehow still runs like the most traditional basketball program in the country. So I don't know. It
does feel weird though.
For 3 or 4 years somehow.
It does feel weird that every time we get a freshman, we're like, oh, hell yeah. And then the next year he's gone.
They're deucing out. Yeah. I mean, there's just no way to keep them, right?
What
like,
other examples do you have of that? Who?
Last year?
Like every
if you
freshman
look at
we've
the-
ever had.
Every freshman
Carl,
we've ever had. Yeah. I mean,
Well, since the portal
Go back
season
and
started.
pull up the rosters.
Carl, Camden,
Sam.
Sam.
Yeah, no. Dude, come on.
I'm just saying.
We get
You're
it,
asking
but like
for freshmen. I'm telling you,
you asked
freshmen.
the
Mikey,
example.
JJ, like what?
Ashton, Carl.
Coach's son.
Okay. All
Shit.
right.
You just asked for examples.
We just
Here we
listed off
are.
10, Kitty.
I'm just saying, like,
They're saying what? We get freshmen, they all leave. How about this? How about you
Ian
name the last
Granger.
freshman that stayed as a sophomore?
What's Granger doing? He's not here.
he's playing pro ball in Uzbekistan.
Imani
you're
Bates.
lying.
Hey, Jalen Duran left us. you know?
Yeah. Amani
After
Bates
a
and
year.
Jalen Duran. Yeah. Josh Minot.
Is Jonathan Lawson the last freshman to stay?
Oh, that's a good point.
Johnny Lawson, last one?
No, he left.
He left after
No,
a
he
sophomore
stayed
year,
for
didn't
his
he?
second year.
Oh, was he sophomore year? Yeah, Jonathan Lawson was the last
Because
one.
he redshirted his freshman year. He got thrown out of an exhibition game. Redshirted his freshman year.
I forgot about that. That was so crazy.
Hey,
he got in for like 5
speaking-
minutes.
He is not in Granger. Is not playing in Uzbekistan or professionally. Do you know where he is? I know that you were joking, but legitimately, do you know where he is?
I do not.
TJ.
I couldn't begin to tell you.
He averaged 3 points and 1.5 rebounds this season for
Can we get a conference?
Sunbelt.
Oh, Liberty.
Troy.
Nope.
Is Old Dominion in the Sun Belt?
They are, but
I think
that's
it's
not correct.
do they even have a basketball team? I don't know.
Coastal Carolina.
Yes.
Really?
Years. Yeah. Says
Good
he
for
played
him,
in
I think.
30 games, averaged 14 minutes.
Shout out to Ian Granger.
Shot an impressive 30.9% from the field and 25% from three.
And averaged how many
Wait.
points a game?
Say that again. How many minutes did he play?
3.5 points a game.
Bro.
In 35 minutes? What did you say? Did I get the minutes wrong?
No. 14 minutes. He played in 30 games. He averaged 14
okay.
minutes a night.
Dude, I thought you just told me he played in 30 minutes a game and averaged 3 points. I was like, that's like a Tony Snell.
No, but he was
Box score.
17 of 67 from three, 25%.
Okay. Hey, remember when Musa Cisse stayed around and Jordan Nesbitt?
Dude,
Jordan Nesbitt was here for 72 hours.
he came
about
early.
DJ
He
Jeffries?
came early, and well, DJ was. How long was DJ here for?
Boogie
years,
Ellis.
right?
Was he 2 years? I'm just naming freshmen.
Yeah.
Oh, Lester, I guess, was probably the best example. Yeah, I think he stayed the longest.
I mean, but come on, like, did
What do you mean, come
anybody?
on? We just gave you 45 examples.
Did anybody expect Jared Harris to get minutes this year?
Yes,
Anybody?
I did.
I mean, Jared.
Yeah, right.
I do think it's funny seeing all these people, all the guys on Twitter that are like vouching for like
he's better than this.
who was he playing? Who was he gonna play over?
Who is he better
And
than?
they say stuff like Nick Jourdain. I'm like, they don't even play remotely.
They don't play the same
Harris is
position.
6'3".
They're not the same person. That doesn't even make any sense.
Nick Jourdain is 6'10", 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah, it's just like
it is. There are clear agendas going on in that.
Yeah,
regard.
it's weird.
Like,
it's weird
crazy
stuff.
talk. Like,
he's also the number 130th player in the class. Let's just look back. I just picked a
Look, I'm not gonna. I liked Jared when I saw him. I mean, because
he's
didn't play a
athletic as hell.
ton. Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
think he has a lot of potential, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, he should have been in the main rotation. Like that's one of the most ludicrous things I've ever heard in my life.
That's
someone we are familiar with, who is at actually technically 128 in the 2020 class. I just picked a random number. Caleb Murphy. Anybody remember Caleb Murphy?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Whatever happened to him? That's what Jared Harris was
here,
expected
and
to
then
be.
He went to 17 different schools. That's what happened to Caleb Murphy. Lit us up at USF for one game, and everybody's like, for 4 years, was like, Caleb Murphy. Have you seen what he did? Come on, man. Let me give you an example. Jared was awesome all year.
Now he's at freaking UMass.
Oh, I thought he was at US.
No, he left to go to DePaul. Now he was at UMass Lowell this year.
Jared was great all year. He never caused any problems, never caused any issues.
Yeah,
you know who a
great on the bench.
You know who a perfect example of a guy who, like, and I'll say this, I genuinely do think Penny wanted Jared Harris to stay. Like, I really do think that. I don't think Penny pushed him out. Like, I think he wanted Jared Harris to stay, because I think there are benefits to being able to develop guys, right?
Sure.
Like,
if you can.
If you're given the opportunity. And listen, Penny would have developed him. Like, he would have been a better player next year, no doubt. But oh God, John Camden was look it up, TJ, the 150th player in the country.
Yeah, Sam Anu is actually 128, so he's closer to the 130 mark.
I'm thinking about freshman wings, right? Which is what Jared was. Jared was a freshman, a wing.
Camden on here.
Didn't Camden freaking light it up this year?
He played pretty well for Delaware, Southern Lowell, Mount United.
I think it was
Christian
just
school.
Literally Delaware State, but anyway. Or Delaware. No, it was just Delaware. The Blue Hens.
Just Delaware, dude. The Blue Hens. Yes, 100%.
John Camden committed to the Tigers after not having played his entire senior year. Didn't play a minute his entire senior year. And he came in, and it was during that same time where the Imani Bates decommitment from Michigan State happened, right? And everybody's like, oh my God. And Memphis got in with Imani. And then it started becoming, oh, Imani Bates is seriously considering Memphis. Like, there's legs to this. And then Imani Bates committed to Memphis. John Camden was pissed off that Penny Hardaway would recruit over him and get Imani Bates. Right?
I mean, shit, the way things played out, me too now.
So John Camden comes.
Camden's out here dropping 36 on freaking William and Mary.
And Monty's in Cleveland playing for the Cavaliers. Right?
Okay.
Like, let's get real here.
Okay. Playing for the Cavaliers.
In no world would a college coach have the opportunity to recruit John Camden and Jalen Duren and say, you know what, man, we got the 150th and 128th player already signed. Let's not over recruit, right? Let's not recruit over them. John Camden came in automatically thinking about transferring There was nothing Penny could do. No matter what he did, there was nothing he could do. And frankly, there ain't nothing you want to do with him. John Camden and Sam were two of the most toxic bench guys I have ever seen in my life on that bench. Like, it was crazy. Like, to the point where changes were made to the Memphis bench because of those two guys. And like, it was wild. And I'm telling the story because, yes, we can ding Penny for not keeping John Camden. He was never going to stay, ever. He got a surgery. He had the chance to not redshirt and to play, to rehab a heel injury.
Didn't he have bunion surgery or something?
And he ended up having Memphis ended up paying for him to have this season-ending surgery, so then he could, and he was willing to. I'm going to transfer. Thank you for the surgery to get right. Like, and I'm not saying Jared is that guy. Jared was not John Camden. Jared was great in the locker room, great, with a team and all that kind of stuff. But it's one of those things where you go, listen, you're a freshman and you're not even in top 100 freshmen. Like, if you want to stay and develop, fine, but nothing is owed to you, right? Like, nothing is owed to you. If I can go get me a 6'6" wing who's played 4 years of college ball or 3 years of college ball, you absolutely go get that person. You don't sit around and go, well, we promise certain coaching staff.
Somebody that's no longer here promised.
Yeah. Promise minutes just to get a commitment out of them.
No. We're mostly just messing with you about the freshman not coming back. Like, I don't think either one of us are actually upset by it. I mean, for the most part, that's rotational depth, if anything.
I know you guys are. I'm more frustrated with the Twitter, right? Like, I sound super old
Twitter.
Right now.
You sound so old. The Walmart, the Kroger.
I'm like,
Kroger's.
Who in the hell? Like, if you are somebody on Twitter saying Jared Harris deserved minutes on this team this year, you gotta stop. You gotta log off and like gain some perspective. Go watch some basketball. Go read some books about basketball. Go read Jeff Calkins' book about basketball.
Go back and read any of those people's tweets the entire year. Not once were they calling for Jared Harris to get minutes. Like, this is how stupid it is. It's like some weird agenda thing.
And this is why
now they're all like, they're all so interested in the best of Jared, like the best interest for Jared Harris. It's like, not once this year were you ever saying anything about Jared Harris not getting minutes. I don't know. It's just ridiculous to me.
And anyway, he was always going to leave. He was always going to leave. He was never going to stay.
Because again,
he was Tyler Hero 2.0
basketball. That's what's going to happen.
Sorry. I know I spilled quite a bit of tea in that one, but I just get frustrated with that stuff, man. Like, don't be so sloppy, right? Like, that's sloppy work.
Slop.
At the
movies. Slop for the week. Cold showers and slop. Only my BB fans know that.
They don't do slop anymore. It really annoys me.
Yeah, somebody complained about it, I think. Something happened. All right, with that, we'll take a break. When we come back, we got a returnee coming to FedEx Forum next year, and I'm real interested to see what that's like. And then spring football kicked off. We'll be right back.
The transition from being a guy who's a 19-year-old who was given a leash to kind of do his thing in a dead season, those type of things seem to be affecting Gigi this season, in a season that matters. A lot of stuff that you see with him and you hear about him feels narrative-ish. We know for a fact that there were offers made that probably included Gigi Jackson that you guys turned down. If there are other deals out there that you guys are considering going back to, just do it. We don't need the doghouse. We don't need to sending them down to the G League with 5 G League games left in the season. Like, we don't. Just if you're about to trade Gigi, just do it. Let's end the silly stuff about acting like we're surprised that a 20-year-old kid who's just now started playing meaningful basketball games is actually adjusting to the league.
Tune in to The Anthony Sane Show, Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
I'm nervous, BK. I'm nervous. I thought what was different about this season was that we didn't really know what the ceiling could be for this team, that we were still kind of working towards that. Well, with 15 games left, I think we're still working on that, BK.
And I think a lot of us are still thinking, what will this really look like? And you don't want to be saying, what do you think this will really look like with 15 games go? You would like to say, oh, we're fine-tuning, you're doing a little something here, a little something there. We're doing more than just a little something at this juncture. When you're coming down to this part of the year, you would like to have some level of certainty of what your lineups look like, what your rotations look like. But it's been very hard for this team to be able to do it because they've had this guy in, this guy out, this guy in, this guy out. It's been a revolving door of who's playing, who's not playing.
Tune in to the Night Court Podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you know anything about Bluff City Media and the content creators, the podcasters on this network, you know that most of us love to bet on sports. And right now, it's the best time of the year to do it. March Madness is here, and every game is a chance to cash in. From the first tip-off to the Final Four, every night promises high-stakes matchups, wild finishes, and big-time betting opportunities. And MyBookie's Bet and Get is back to sweeten the deal. Place a cash bet on March Madness and get a surprise reward. Free bets, cash back, bonus chips. You never know what's coming next. Whether it's a number one seed rolling or an underdog shocking the world, smart bettors know the real money is made one game at a time. Sign up now with promo code MM50 and you can boost your bankroll with a deposit bonus designed to help you make the most of your money. If you don't want a bonus, that's okay too. Just make sure you let them know that Bluff City Media sent you there. Bet on every game, anytime, from anywhere, only with MyBookie.
What up? We back. I hinted at a former Tiger returning to FedEx Forum next year. Do either one of you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen the breaking news this evening?
Is it Hatch, the Grizzly, the Hustle mascot?
Natch.
No.
Natch.
Fuck.
Natch is with us this evening.
What up, Natch?
Our boy Joshua Pastner
What?
has reached a verbal agreement with UNLV to be their next head coach. Each time we play UNLV at FedEx Forum next season.
Shout out Josh Pastner.
What do y'all think that reception is going to be like from the crowd? I think it's going
I
to
was
be
going to ask.
good.
I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to
I think he will be. I think he will be given a round of applause and some
rousing
cheers.
ovation. Yes, I would hope so.
Yeah.
He deserves
I
it.
think he's going to be goofy as hell being there.
Are the flashcards going to be still being
He
used?
may bring that out, and he may bring out a face shield just to.
Oh, dude, I forgot about the face shield. That was the craziest.
He's a freaking ACC Coach of the Year coming into FedEx Forum.
It's not often that we get one of those.
I mean, we got Tony Bennett last year, Josh Pastner this coming year.
That's not bad.
Josh.
I think it'll be well received. I think people will like Josh.
I do
think
too.
that they're happy that we got bailed out with that one.
Yeah.
So
I think they feel like, quite the opposite of Calipari leaving and feeling like they screwed us. I think people see Josh kind of doing us a favor in leaving the way that he left.
100%.
Now, the administration made the wrong hire after that happened.
They exchanged it for Tubby.
But that was not Pastner's fault by any stretch of the imagination.
They said, hey, let's get Josh. Let's let Josh go and bring Tubby. And
Yeah. Sheesh.
shout out to Josh Pastner, though.
Shout out to Josh,
Yeah,
though.
dude.
I'm excited about it. I think that'll be fun. I did enjoy him on TV, though. The spots that he was in, I think he did
He was
well.
great.
He's
He was
a
great.
good little. He's got a good little personality for the telly.
Do you think
He
he
clearly
so
knows ball.
he cleaned up his sideburn, like 'cause you know when he was at Georgia Tech, he had those,
Oh yeah,
and he kind of
Those
brought
long
them back
bad
up.
boys.
Them long. Do you think he's gonna let
Yeah.
him come back
he
down?
might. He might bring him back. Those were his coaching burns. So when he got to
Yeah.
TV, they had to clean him up. You know, you got to hair and makeup, and they'll trim you up. When you're
It is
coaching,
wild. It's wild to see him aging before our very eyes, just like we all are to a degree. Like to see him, like pictures of him when he was at Memphis, and then to see him.
he
on
was
camera.
younger. He was several years younger than TJ and I when he became the head coach at Memphis.
Was he like early 30s when he?
He was like 32.
Yeah, he was
I'm
very.
pretty sure.
It was definitely younger.
I'm pretty sure he was 32.
Did y'all ever get tired of hearing about the stories of him being 14 and like coaching his dad's AAU school?
Oh yeah, the
It
AAU
definitely felt
stuff.
like they ran out of.
I mean,
other
let's
things
be
to talk
honest, it's
about.
very similar to Silverfield's like 19 but coaching high school story or whatever it is. Okay, he's 47. His first year here was what, 2009? So that
He was
was
33 or
16
something.
years ago. Oh, he's 30. Yeah, he was 32, 31 when he got
32.
hired.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
That's really
Yeah.
young.
April 6, 2019, at 31 years of age, he was selected. Holy shit. 30 31 is so freaking young. That is unbelievable. Teacher, what are we doing?
Not that.
He was 31. That's incredible.
Did you know that
Truly incredible.
that is not the youngest college basketball
I'm
head
sure
coach?
it's not.
Any guesses as of March? What is it? The 24th.
Todd Golden, right? Todd Golden's in his early 30s.
Let's do Division 1A because I can't look up.
Todd Golden's the coach at Florida, right?
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
but he's
making
not
clarification here for any
He's
other
almost
potential.
40.
Is he?
Or like,
Yeah, he's 40.
yeah,
39.
he's 39.
Oh wow.
You know the
I don't-
college. You don't probably know who the coach is.
Give me a conference.
Oh, that's tough.
Why is that
That's
tough?
tough. Because I don't know what conference that is.
Send
A10.
Oh,
I did not think they were in the A10. Be real honest with
are
you.
they the coach right now?
Yes, I believe so. Yes, can confirm.
Man, can I
don't know.
cheat?
Who's in the A10? Dayton?
No, that's
I
Anthony
don't know
Grant.
any A10 coaches. Who is it?
Drew Valentine at Loyola University, Chicago.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. He was appointed head coach in
Oh.
2021 at the age of 29.
Whoa.
29? Oh my.
If he was the coach
That's
at Memphis
wild, dude.
with DeAndre, they would have been
What
the
was
same
he doing
age.
before that? He was
He-
on staff at Loyola, wasn't he?
No, this says he was collecting carts at Costco.
Stop.
No.
He was
They don't
working the
collect
drive-through at McDonald's.
No. Wait. Stop. Hold on. This is
Dang,
this
he's been there
making sense?
4 years.
Wait a minute. Wait. This is all coming full circle here. Drew Valentine, like the Michigan State basketball coach, is the Michigan State player. It's not another guy with the coincidentally the same name. It is the same Michigan State player.
The one who played for the Bulls?
Yes.
Yes.
Him.
Oh, wow.
I saw his picture. And I was like, wait a minute. I know who this is. What's happening here? Well, I know Denzel. I think Denzel played for the Bulls. Let's take that back.
This is not.
I think his brother.
This
Oh,
dude
that's his
played at
brother.
Oakland.
His brother played, but they look exactly.
They look,
alike,
they're
by the way.
twins, bro.
Are they actually twins? Because my mind was just blown there for a second.
That threw me too because I thought it was Denzel, but you're right. Denzel is the
Is the one?
Yeah,
that
his
played the
brother.
Bulls. But his
brother's older, I think.
is he?
No, he's
Bro, I'm
younger.
like,
He's 2 years. He's 2 years younger. Drew's
My head
older.
exploded when I saw this guy's face. Pretty good coach.
That's crazy,
apparently, by the
though,
way.
being a
First
college
year,
head coach.
25-8.
29.
At 29 years old, you went 25-8 at Loyola Chicago. They were in the Missouri Valley Conference, by the way, when he started.
Yeah.
So, my bad. I
It's
didn't know
crazy.
they changed conference.
He's not bad. His
Yeah.
overall record's 18-50.
No, it's great. I mean, he had one bad year. His second year was bad. They went 10-21, but then they bounced right back 23-10, 22-11. That's impressive.
They won the
such young age.
the A10
A10.
regular season last year. That's good. Anyway, all that to say, Pastner will be back inside FedEx Forum coaching on the sideline next season. I'm looking forward to it.
with
Looking forward.
with Johnny Lawson as his leading scorer.
Wouldn't that be something? Bring Johnny home for me. Officially today, as you listen to this, spring football has kicked off.
Wow.
First
Before we
day.
get to spring football, did you guys see the interview that Ryan did with the podcaster that Drew Brennan?
Did I see it? It's only
Adam
been freaking
Brennan?
tweeted out about 175 million times. Every day I look at Twitter, there's a new tweet from this dude or Ryan about it. I don't understand why Ryan hasn't ever tweeted about our interviews like that. To be honest with you, I saw him
y'all
at
know
Den
that-
House like 3 weeks ago and went up to talk to him, and I thought we had
He's
a
like,
good
hey, did you see
relationship.
my
But he
interview with
doesn't
Adam
even-
Brenneman?
Doesn't even tweet about our interviews.
Did
Literally
know-
every day I log on, there's a new tweet about it. It's unbelievable.
Did y'all know that he left the Detroit Lions to come and build an empire at
I did not know that.
I got that. I knew that one.
a dynasty? Build it up from the
Mm.
ground floor.
I mean, goodness, literally every day there's a new tweet. TJ, what are you most excited for about spring football?
Oh,
The number changes were released today. And I'll be honest with you, I
well,
turned
those
it
have
off
kind of
for
been
the
out for a
first
little bit.
20 seconds because I didn't know who any of the names were.
What's Seth
What do you
Hennigan's
mean?
number this year?
Well, depends where he goes.
Oh.
He'll change it though. I feel confident he'll change it. What is the most? I'm gonna say the wide receivers because I feel like you have a huge turnover there. I think we know who the quarterback is. I think you know who the running backs will be.
You want a big Brady Cluse breakout in the spring?
I'd be all for it. The closest loose.
I'm not.
I love it.
I'm looking forward to seeing Brendan Lewis live with my own eyes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I think he's
I
gonna
just
be
hadn't, I just hadn't seen him, so I'm
No, I
kind
think
of
he'll be
looking
good.
forward to that.
I think you have a good point. I think it's going to be Brady Cluse, CJ Smith, and the other transfer whose name is skipping me from Louisville.
Oh, Tits McGee.
Yes, Thompson. I think Thompson's probably going to be in there. Maybe Jakari Caldwell. One of those. They're going to go with the senior led type of wide receiver group. But I would be shocked if you don't get the Marcelo Busey. I don't think we've ever gotten clarification on how to pronounce that. At least maybe I haven't. I don't know.
You should have a. Is he one of the few that doesn't have the audible pronunciation on his player profile?
I don't know. I can go click around and find out.
I just typed in gotigersgawk.com. That didn't work.
Go Tigers what?
Gawk. I don't know.
Spell
There's a
that.
C in there. GOTIGERS GOC.com.
Oh, okay. It was not coming through clearly.
No, not that.
Yeah.
This is a family show.
No, I think we know pretty much where everything's going to be. I am very curious to see how the defense pans out. They brought in a ton of transfers, 17 linebackers for all three or maybe even four spots, depending on how you want to look
Is
at
it
that.
really 17?
Pretty damn close to it. I'm not even joking. It feels so close to that. I mean, I don't think you're going to have one linebacker who starts that was on this team last year. Maybe Flaker. I guess Flaker's back, but other than that, I don't know. And I don't even know if Flaker will start. I'm just trying to think of a name that was here. You know, AJ Pena, Brumfeld, Watts. Yeah, I mean,
I just
Mackey's
remembered
gone.
that
The guy from
Dwozie's
UAB.
back.
Yeah, you get the woes. Yeah, not a single person in the secondary. Cortland. I guess Cortland will be back.
Sutton's not
returning, like,
participating in
2
spring, I
people.
don't think, right?
No, I think that's more of a precautionary thing, though. I mean, I think he's probably at the point now where he's back. He's probably able to do some drills, but obviously not back in pads or anything like that. Being able to
Do we think,
get
I
out
just
there.
remembered that Namir Robinson's joined our team. Do we think we see Nate at a Tigers
100%.
game this year? Arkansas
100%.
game for sure, right?
Well, he got his kidney transplant, so he's healthy now.
I don't know. I don't know how to respond after kidneys.
Yeah, I'm like, well, we might as well just end the episode because TJ and I don't know what to say now.
What? Is that wrong? He was talking about
No,
it.
he
It's
did.
just a
He
yes
did.
or no.
He
Yeah, well, yeah, I think he'll be there.
got his
You're
kidney.
like, he got a kidney, so he doesn't have to be in a hospital bed in the press box like freaking Hugh Freeze.
The picture.
It was him waving. I actually sent
He sent
I
it.
was about to mention that.
he sent a Snapchat about that today because I took a picture of my wife who's had food poisoning, and it looked just like the picture of Hugh Freeze in the hospital bed waving from the press box. It was actually pretty funny. I'll have to send it to you, Kenny.
Yeah, he was.
What's
Hugh Freeze was in some folks' DMs that night while he was in the hospital bed.
I bet he
that
People
does
that I-
not shock me.
People that I
That
know.
doesn't shock me.
Yeah, it's awesome. Hugh Freeze is awesome.
I bet
That sounds like
he
sarcasm.
was.
It always made me so happy.
What are you excited to see? I didn't even ask you. I'm sorry.
Who, me?
What are you excited about? Yeah, spring ball.
I already
It's back,
said it.
dude.
Brendan Lewis. I want to see him live in my
Yeah.
in my face. I want to see what he looks like. I'd be lying if I didn't say I wanted to see Hill either.
Mm.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
TJ, how mad
freaking-
does it make you knowing what number he's wearing, or have you seen what number he's wearing?
AJ Hill?
Yeah.
Is he 3?
Yeah.
He was wearing 3 last week when I was told, but I didn't know if he's still wearing the same number.
I just
it
feel
does
like
make
you're
me
big
mad.
on numbers, and that's not a big QB number to me.
Oh man, it's one of the greatest quarterbacks in Memphis football history's number.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's better
It's-
than what Gridiron Penny would wear. Speaking of, did you guys see Gridiron Penny's back in the portal
My goodness, dude.
today?
He is the new Caleb Murphy.
Yeah. Tevin back in the portal.
Where's he
21.
going?
How did he do it?
Not
Tennessee?
great, Bob. Why do you think he's in the portal?
Was he their starter?
No.
I think so. Yeah, he didn't start there. It's Grant Gunnell of.
God bless.
No, he
He's
did
coming
not.
back.
He didn't.
He had 2 completions on
action.
5 attempts
Yeah.
for 14 yards.
Yeah, not great.
He did play in
6
it shows that
games.
he played in 6
No,
games.
that's not right. Is that right?
It is
No,
right.
I think that's
He
all.
just had carries.
He played in 12 games.
Yeah, he had 8 carries for 51 yards and 2 tutties against WIU, whatever that is.
Time out. What are you looking at? This says he played in 12 games
Leatherneck.
and he had 30 carries for 127 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Oh, I'm looking at ESPN, but they may not have all the stats.
He also had 1 reception for 11 yards. Get out there.
Really?
Yeah, he was 2 of 5. How did you almost have more receiving yards than you had passing yards? How does that
Yeah,
happen?
that's crazy.
I don't know. Find you
How did he
somewhere
have so
good,
many
Devin.
rushing yards? They just put him in to run.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, he averaged 10 yards a carry, almost 11, I think, right? No, that's not right. That's bad math. It's 4 yards a carry.
I don't know. Spring game is what, the 26th? So get out there to it's a weird time. It's gonna be Ryan's first go around with no Seth.
Mm.
I'm okay with it. I think
the Sethless era has begun. The Sith.
Is Seth Hennigan Ryan's Alex Lomax?
Yeah.
I know what
Yeah.
you mean there, but I think Seth was more for the football team than Alex was for the basketball team. But maybe someone will disagree with that. I don't know. I mean, I want to say the football team, more just the offensive side, right? You can't. It's not the same. You can't
And
really
what
compare
I mean
those.
by that is a safety blanket. Like,
Oh,
will it be interesting to see Ryan
100%. That's what
without
I'm.
his safety blanket?
Yes, it will. I'm
No,
very, very interested to see what this looks like this year. With that
I don't
said.
think it'll be any different. I'm very high on Brandon Lewis, though. I think it'll just be more of the same. You'll have a quarterback who's hella athletic and can throw the ball.
Yeah, but
It's not the same.
You think it'll be the
player,
same?
right?
You don't
The
think
whole
it's going to
offense is gonna
be?
different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't think we're going to have more options offensively now?
Well, sure, but everything's still going to go through the quarterback, right? He's guaranteed to touch the ball essentially every play, right? So
Yeah.
everything's going to go through him. It's going to be more read plays. Like, how many times last year did we see Seth hand it off? You're like, why did they just hand it off right there? And it's all because it was read plays. And now you have Brendan who's back there, and he can run it, right? Not that Seth couldn't run it. I think Seth was kind of sneaky athletic for the most part, but Brendan's
Brendan going to be?
very athletic, like very athletic.
Is Brendan going to make the right reads? Is going to be the biggest thing.
I mean,
He's been doing it for. He's been.
I will say the statistics. So
man. Yeah,
they show he's doing all right on the ground. I mean, he was 495 rushing yards.
I'm excited to have a QB that can run for real run.
Yeah.
This reminds me of back in the day. This was like he was at Melrose. He was a Melrose quarterback that committed to Memphis. He never actually came.
Yes. What was his name?
To Memphis, and he's very athletic. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. I got super excited about it, and it never actually happened. Damn, what was that kid's name? I don't even know where it happened. I don't know if he went to college. I have no clue whatever happened to the guy. Will Gross was his name. Will Gross. And he was one of the top dual athletes or dual quarterbacks in high school. And I don't think he ever came to Memphis, but I was super pumped up about that. And then my guy just disappeared. RIP. He didn't die, but I just don't know where he went. Maybe he died. I don't know.
Killing people off.
I just don't know where I don't know where he went. I'm trying to look him up now. I have no clue what ever happened to him. I was super excited about that one.
Do you have a silent E on the end of his name?
No, it's just gross. Like, ew, gross.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
I never know what happened to him. My dude had hella offers, and he picked Memphis, and then just...
This was Porter, wasn't it? 2012?
Yes. Yeah, it got to be. Yeah, Will Gross is like the next coming, I thought. The next Arkeelan Hall, if you will.
Does the running back room not intrigue y'all a little bit?
No, we know what we're getting. DeWozier and Sutton.
Yeah, I think so. And then you're gonna have you got the other kid, the Ole Miss kid. Amos, whatever. Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, I don't think he's coming here to not play. I think you do get the question around.
Yeah, we played 36 running backs.
When can he be back? Well, what kind of shape is he going to be? I'm going to get not shape, but like what kind of is he going to have the same juice when he gets back? I don't know. I mean, Greg was great. I think we all like Greg. Amos is not Sutton. They are very different. Bodyford is thick with it, right? He got some ass behind him. I think is what we said that last year.
3 C's.
Yeah. And
has
Amos some ass.
I'm excited about Bodyford. I'm excited about Bodyford. He runs awesome.
Like what game was that he got thrown in? Was that USF?
Maybe.
When Mario got thrown out for spitting because he was disgusting.
For spitting, yeah. But my only concern there is Amos and Bodyford are kind of one and the same, right? They're both those big bodied, short yardage kind of guys. They can really just dive in there on you. That was Charlotte, looks like.
Yeah, it was
7 carries, 73 yards.
Yeah.
Oh, he did play in the South Florida game, though.
Oh, he had to. We had no other choice.
Yeah. But no, I mean the running back is always just interesting, right? I mean, it feels like every year, even this year, I don't care what anyone said. They came into the season, they're like, "Who the is this guy?" Like, yes, he was good at South Carolina, but like you didn't know what to expect. And I walked away from that season with I went into the season not knowing what to expect from. Now I'm going blank on his name, like a chotch bag.
Mario.
Mario Anderson. Thank you. Walking away with that may be one of my favorite Memphis running backs in a long time.
I agree.
Like he was awesome.
Do you guys know how many
I think we're gonna miss
schools
him.
Rashad Amos is committed to?
A lot. Yeah. He was one of the guys that flipped. He was at Colorado. He committed to Colorado, if I remember correctly.
Well, in July of
not?
2019, he committed to Western Kentucky. Then in November of 19, he committed to South Carolina. He
was
went to
at
South
Ohio
Carolina,
or
then he
something.
transferred to Miami of Ohio, then he committed to
Yeah.
Mississippi State, then he committed to Colorado, then he committed and played at Ole Miss, and now he's at Memphis.
Yeah.
Well-traveled young man. He's got to be like Delta Platinum or something with all those Sky Miles.
I'm sure we'll never get the truth on that, on why he bounced around so much, but I imagine that a lot of people don't care for that kind of bouncing around type of situation.
I mean, whatever. It's whatever.
It is whatever.
We'll see what he does for us.
Everybody's a hitman at this point.
Is that a shout out?
No, like they're a hitman. Like you just hire. Everyone's a mercenary at this point in time.
Speaking of mercenaries, let's get on this sugar plum berry.
What do you think about this can?
It's a little bit feminine.
For sure, but it's also a sugar plum. I
kind of like
berry.
it. I like the. I wish it had a little bit more Christmassy feel. It feels. That's what they're going for, is a Christmas time. Sugar plums, obviously, but to me, TJ, it has like a Valentine's Day feel to it. I feel like we should have drank this around Valentine's Day.
Interesting.
Based on the can. I don't hate it. Natch is dressed up in costume as always. You got the Christmas tree and the stars and everything in the background.
Oh, is a Christmas tree?
Yeah, look behind the actual writing. There's a tree.
Oh, is that what that
Very
is? Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right.
Very, very similar to the other Hamplines. We know them well. Not my favorite because, again, I wish it was more Christmassy. It has more of a Valentine's Day feel to it to me, with all the pink and just the way that it's set up. So I'm just gonna go like a 6-1 on this can.
We are pretty consistent with the Hampline cans. But here's the thing: is they just can more beers than everybody else. So if it seems like we're Hampline homers, just they do the work, right? They can more beers than anybody else.
They got the booze.
They got the booze. You know, we can't be picky. We just want the booze, and they got the booze. Shout out to the Nutcracker here, Sugar Plum Beary, little Nutcracker play on words.
Should have given him
Tchaikovsky, I believe.
Boney points for spelling it that way.
Yeah, it's Tchaikovsky, I believe, is who did that for the Nutcracker. I mean, it can's whatever, right? It's a play on words. I'll give it a little extra ump for that. A little extra ump for dodging the strawberry for sure. I don't need that on my plate. You say 6-1. I think I'm right there. I don't like it as much as I did. What was last week's can? Night Owl.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't like it as much as Night Owl. I think Night Owl had better color scheme. I'm gonna go like 5-8 on this. I mean, it's creative enough, but again, it's just more of the same. I think I'm just kind of getting tired of the same thing. But obviously, how hard is it to change your can every time?
Yeah. When you got that many brews.
What do you think about the salty surprise of a beer?
This is actually good. I was literally about to say you could drink this anytime. Like the fact that they're pushing this for a holiday treat, it's actually great right now too. But I'm also a fan of sours. I know they're not your most favorite, but I get down with a sour every now and then. This one is, it's good, but I think it's also because I like cherry flavored stuff. I'm not like the big cherries are good. Don't get me wrong, especially when you get them in the summertime. But I like cherry flavored things. This is good. And again, it does not have to be drank during the holiday season. You could have this any time of the year as long as it's cold. This is a good sour. I'm going like, I could probably, I don't know that I'd go another pint of this right now, but if we had a 12er of it, I'd probably be able to do another 12. Say like 7.5 on this.
Oh wow, you really?
Which I know is probably going to be well above what you give this.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is fine. Again, I don't like sours. There's something weird about like the saltiness and the sweetness together. Like normally salty and sweet sounds great. Like I get called a psychopath because I like candy corn, but I do candy corns and peanuts. It's salty, it's sweet, it's great. It's like a payday. If you've ever had a payday, it's what it tastes like. It's a payday. That's salty and sweet. This is not a good combination of salty and sweet. I don't know what it is about sour beers. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either.
They're just not your thing, and that's okay.
They're not. I have to constantly, like, I've just been hitting water the entire time to clear my mouth because I don't want that flavor just hanging out there, not paying rent. It's like a 6.4 for me. I mean, it's fine. I definitely wouldn't drink a second one. Physically, could I? Yeah, of course.
I'm going to be honest with you. 6.4 is shockingly high to me for you.
It reminds me of the watermelon beer we did that one time. So I don't know. This is what it is.
Not bad.
Can you tell me how cute I look again? Come back here, dude.
You look awesome.
Yeah, give TJ a rating on his looks.
I mean the color,
the work polo, dude.
Well, it's the hair is looking fantastic tonight. Number one.
When does it not? My wife was so mad that Memphis lost because I told her I'd shave the mustache off when we left.
She likes the mustache.
Come on, Kenny.
I don't know what your wife likes or what she doesn't like.
Did you see that thing?
I mean, it was great, but
just saying. All right. Trey didn't grow a mustache this year.
He never rated you, so that's what I'm waiting for, and then we can end.
Oh. I'll say if you were to shave the beard, go clean shaven again.
Oh.
Go mustache. I would say that would have been a 10. But
Kenny gives the most amateur scores.
Kenny is, yeah. He's a great raider.
I'm gonna go 9.3.2.
Take it. So take it. Done.
Adding in a decimal.
I'll take it. Respect.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you joining. If you joined after the Tiger season ended, because that means you're a true fan.
You're a real.
We appreciate you.
And we do appreciate you. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. We're up to 10,000 subscribers.
That's just
give ourselves a round of applause.
Shout out to you boys
and all those folks at Bluff City Media putting in the hard work. We appreciate you guys.
Isn't that wild?
It is wild. Come a long way. Started at 0.
Well, hey, and yeah, I will say this: 51% of the people listening to our shows do not subscribe.
So if you have not,
that's crazy.
Hit that subscribe button.
It's
and the notification so you know every time we post.
Yeah, just do it. It's easy.
Get on there.
Helps us
out. And then
you
can come back next week with the cold beer and you can stay for these hot takes. Peace.
If you enjoyed this episode of Tigers Untapped, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Like and subscribe at Bluff City Media's YouTube page.